Hello and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Operation Aegis, or Lancer actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Patrick playing Freddy, Sarah playing Vika, Carr playing Tiana, Jeremy playing Cortev, and Eric playing Uriah. Last week we had finished up a mission. Y'all had gotten back to Forward Base Achilles. Melody and Audrey were immediately shipped off to
Yay. We lost
to back up another unit.
We lost the hellfire from above.
Yeah.
Oh.
Y'all made good use of it in the last mission, though.
Yes, we did.
It's like every time y'all down to make, hey, can we tear that one's heart out and recharge this ability over here?
I like the idea that they're like eidolons we keep summoning.
Also, everyone realizes that Ty's mech is now size 3. It's probably the biggest thing on this base.
What the dog doing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to do a token for you that was larger. Oops.
I think you just need to increase my size. It's the same token. It's just.
But I think you had scaling issues last time. So
The hexing edges would be different.
No, I had scaling issues with the scaly monster.
Kaiju.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, you can just increase if it's easier for you, you can just increase the hex and keep the token the same size.
Anyway, we'll get that sorted next time for next
We're
time.
not going to be. We won't be fighting today, I'm sure. Nothing
No,
bad.
I certainly don't have a map sitting over here on this screen already.
It's a beach episode.
I do need to do one of those at some point.
More kaiju.
Oh, absolutely.
Kaiju just sitting on the beach. Do.
Kaiju with like a giant drink with an umbrella.
Oh, I even know what kaiju I should use. No spoilers
Just
for the
crabs.
new. No
Crab
spoilers
wave.
for the new Godzilla movie, but there's one like really minor kaiju that you just see once. That online, he's apparently been dubbed Doug. I don't know if that's from the studio or if that's from just fans. I haven't figured it out yet.
Gotta look him up now.
yeah.
I love him.
Let's go, Rants.
Best to get him out of the
No,
way
but-
early.
But I seriously think you need a kaiju fight, but it needs to be crab white rave.
there's
And the only way to
the-
win is start dancing with them.
as much like the last Godzilla Kong movie. Anytime those two are together, it's mostly a wrestling match in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Doug. I love
Hi,
him.
Doug.
I need 10. Which actually isn't too much of a tangent considering what Uriah's been up to.
What have you? Are you taming a kaiju? Did you bring back an egg that we don't know about?
No.
You're just picturing Mick sitting there with both hands behind his back. You can clearly see that he's trying to hide an egg behind him. Uriah, what did you bring back to the base? Nothing?
Even though the egg is still bigger than his mech.
What do you have there? A slushie?
No, just to get out of the way. His downtime, which is eventually going to get to. He wants a damn kaiju at some point. He is going to spend this downtime doing in-depth research into the megafauna of the planet.
Okay.
Like
Alright.
types, like types, habitat, common.
Can I
like,
easily get away with?
that too?
Alright. And speaking of that, like I said, you completed the last mission. You got back to base. You brought in prisoners.
Mm.
Of course, you filled out your reports. You did all that jazz.
Mhm.
And you have a day or two of downtime. So we will get into what y'all want to do with that downtime.
Mhm.
Downtime actions. So we'll go ahead and start with Eric, since he already pretty much said what he wants your ride to be doing.
Yeah. He's doing research.
let's see. Power to calls, gather information, buy some time. Get a damn drink, get creative, get focused, get connected, get organized. Alright, where's the information? Where would that fall under?
Gather information.
Did I scroll past gather information and not? Yeah, there it is. I did just miss it. Alright. Let's see here. When you gather information, you poke your nose around, perhaps where it doesn't belong, and investigate something, conducting research, following up on a mystery, tracking a target, or keeping an eye on something. You might head to a library or go undercover, yada yada yada. Alright, so you'll make a roll. And your subject of your research is native megafauna.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any skills or anything that would help you with that?
Could an argument be made to use get a hold of something, being the get a hold of being research?
Get a hold of something's more for items, I believe.
That's fair.
Book is an item.
This is the far future. He uses books.
Data disk is an item.
Discs? Well, actually, discs are about to come back, so.
A scientist that specializes in megafauna is an item.
Come with me.
Now I'm just picturing Jack Black from that last Muppets movie I watched.
Mm-hmm. Yay, nay?
I'm going to say no.
I think. Yeah. Okay. 9.
9.
9.
All right, on a 9 or less, choose one of the following.
Mm-hmm.
You get what you're looking for, but it gets you into trouble straight away. You get out now and avoid trouble.
Uriah is useless.
It's Uriah. Yeah.
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 We know the answer.
Yeah. I'm getting what I'm looking for.
All right.
Uriah is found in the
Restricted
forbidden-
section.
the restricted section of the library.
So you start off, and that is kind of what happens, more of a virtual library than anything. You start off with, just the readily available stuff,
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff out there, like if you're a kid and you're into dinosaurs, it's not hard to get online and find a lot of information on general dinosaur stuff.
For T-Rex.
Yeah.
That's one I love.
But Uriah got a little hyper focused, and he went into he found his way into some stuff he probably shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Dinosaurs
technically
on
it was
the black
hacking, but it
web.
wasn't that hard, so he really didn't think nothing of it.
If it was hacking.
No.
Nice try. No.
I mean, that's one of my skills.
You don't even
But,
have to finish that sentence. No.
But it got flagged. You got called to
Mm-hmm.
Commander. Shoot, it's
Had
not
this
Jellicoe.
conversation last time, Jason.
Yeah, we couldn't remember his name last time either.
Relico.
Now, Jellicoe's
No.
back at the other
He's
base.
in charge of
Yeah.
your base. He's not on the mission. He's not at the forward
we're
base.
On,
with
we're
you.
on the front base, yeah.
Oh, we're still at the forward base.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you're
still at
still
the
you're
forward
still at
base.
forward base
Yeah.
activities.
Oh, okay.
We have not been relieved yet.
That's fair.
Yeah, you will do a series of missions here.
Gotcha.
Before the nuke goes off. Anyway,
The one
Sounds
hidden
like fun.
underground.
now you immediately get called to the commander's
The principal's office.
office.
Mhm.
You got your information, and I'll
I just realized.
remind me
this
during the
command-
coming week if I forget, but I will get you some information on the planet's Kaiji.
I just
or
realized
Megafauna.
this commander has been freshly inducted into the here is the book that is a report from Uriah.
Oh yeah, he compliments you on a very well organized, very thorough report. He does not seem as enthusiastic about it as Jellicoe is.
Is it,
But apparently he
I
has
wanna
been
pick-
warned about you. He brings you into the
we got
office.
One of those guys here.
He gives you a dressing down about going into files you're not supposed to. Now, this was not super classified. It was somewhat restricted, but it was not. It's not like you had hacked into state secrets or something. So
how to genetically modify your own kaiju.
Yeah, you're right. He just tilts his head and is like, there were firewalls?
and then he reminds you of a few things. But it was so easy that you just kind of, on the hunt for information, you weren't even paying attention when you bypassed it.
Oh. Okay.
But he gives you a dressing down. The base commander has left it. Has left any disciplining to be done up to the Union commander. Because y'all are still pretty well in the base commander's good graces.
Yeah.
So he's not like super upset. But yeah, you gotta tell your guy he ain't do that no more.
I just imagine it's like, wait, someone's hacking into something. It's this group of Lancers. What are they doing?
It's just one person.
Why is it looking at Megafauna?
Yeah, the ones that look like really big puppies, sir.
All right, and we're gonna call this commander Commander Monroe because for the life of me cannot remember what name I actually gave him.
Alrighty.
And at no point during the past week did I think to re-listen to the video and find it.
Only reason I remember Jellicoe is because some chuckleheads in this group made a joke about Uriah at some point calling him Commander Jello Cup.
And now it's in your head.
Yeah.
Well, whenever
Chuckleheads weren't
someone goes
on.
back and listens to the VOD, this base commander is now going to be name commander name name Monroe or something.
It's hyphenated, or maybe he has amnesia. We don't know.
All right, does
Split
anyone here not
personality.
have amnesia?
I forgot.
Yeah, I know. It's
So-
weird.
Split personality disorder.
But basically, as punishment, they're going to be keeping a close eye on your computer accesses. So the next time you make a gather information or something that involves you having to hack any friendly computers, you have disadvantage
Okay,
because they're watching you specifically a little bit closer.
works for me. This is when I get somebody else to do.
But you do have the huge file of zoological information to go over.
Yay.
If I forget to send you some stuff during the week, be sure to remind me.
Will do.
Remind him on Tuesday.
As long as it's early on Tuesday.
4 o'clock.
Well, no. 4 o'clock is when I start writing the adventure for the night
Yeah.
and struggling to find maps. All right,
Find
Carl, what is
one
Tiana
gem
going to
whenever-
do in her downtime?
So Tiana's going to continue the project for her NHP drones. Because I failed last time with a 9, less than a 9. If I roll a 9 or less on this roll, I'm supposed to take a 10 to 19. So I don't have to. I immediately finish the project.
Just roll 20.
That is really
Okay.
just the trick.
Yeah.
I need to look at this because I can't remember exactly the wording for get creative.
All right, when you get creative, you tweak something or try to make something new, either a physical item or a piece of software. Once finished, you can use it as reserves. On a 9 or less, you don't make any progress on your project. The next time you get this result for the same project, treat it as a 10 to 19.
On a 20, you finish your project before the next mission. If it's especially complex, treat this as a 10 to 19, but only choose one.
All right, and what it remind me of exactly
was-
what it was you were trying to build.
It wasn't anything combat related. It was just like while she's out and about walking around, she would be able to have her NHPs with her rather than them being cooked up in the mech. Unless she needs
Okay, yeah,
External
yeah,
hard
yeah.
drive.
Yeah, you have no problem doing that then.
Like I'm not trying to make anything like combat related, which is
Yeah.
primarily what Get Creative is used for. But
Yeah, it's kind of what the reserves are for. But yeah, that's no problem then. So just out of curiosity, what are your NHPs? What are they named?
Koke and Rabbit.
Koke?
Rabbit is from my Technophile trait, and now that I'm level 3, they can't cascade unless I let them. And as long as they vouch for me, they are basically okay with me. And I'm trying to treat Ty is specifically trying to treat them as another person because technically they're supposed to be treated that way.
Yeah.
There are treaties about this.
Replicate AI girlfriend.
AI's installed your mech cannot enter Cascade unless you choose to let them go. So long as your custom NHP vouches for you, NHPs that are cascading or unshackled no longer view you with indifference. You are significant to them in a way few others are. So
that is also a ditto on my part.
Oh, you got that too?
Yeah.
So if I were to roll and a NHP would go into Cascade, it does not.
Okay. And if a cascading NPC or a NHP is, I don't know, say piloting somebody else's mech, as long as yours are your NHP basically go, no, he's cool or she's cool.
Yeah. And also, if my NHP for any reason is piloting my mech, it benefits from all of my pilot talents.
Okay.
See, that's when you get Black
Yeah.
Thumb. And then you could be actively patching your mech as your NHP pilots it.
Yeah.
Because I want to say there's also the condition, but like what you want to do, I think you could just do anyway. Because it says I can link into like your hard suit too. So basically,
that's what I was saying earlier. I think before we started, technically, Rabbit is already able to slot into my helmet and just be there with me. But I wanted to give them their own like drones
body.
to be able
Gotcha.
to, so
They can go hang out at the
has their-
Falafel House themselves. They can make friends
Yeah.
outside of the group.
yeah.
They-
So
They have room. They have their own rooms in the.
yeah,
mech.
they have their own rooms. They're not like cooped up in Ty's head.
Horrible place to be.
All right. So that's what Ty spent the next few days doing, or the couple of days y'all have off. Vika, or I should say Sarah, what is Vika doing?
Good old reliable. Get a damn drink.
All right.
Probably because she heard about what her brother just did.
Yeah, no, that requires a drink. No, she hasn't built stuff really.
Well, you're right. Didn't this time either.
Yeah, but she doesn't have anything she's interested in researching.
All right. Well, you can get a drink at the mess hall. There's a couple of restaurants and a bar on base.
She'll probably just go to the mess hall and just kind of listen to gossip, maybe add to some gossip. Who knows?
Okay. Give me a roll.
Realize they're talking about Uriah, and you have to get into a fight.
She would actually probably just deck somebody, but it'd be great. Let me roll, damn you. 11.
11. All right, so that's the 10 to 19 range. You gain 1 as reserve and lose 1. Your choices are a good reputation, a friend or connection, a useful item or piece of information, a convenient opportunity.
Gain a useful item or piece of information, but maybe lose a convenient opportunity.
Alright, so gain an item / info.
Maybe she also gets in trouble and gets her computer usage curtailed.
Alright, what kind of item or info would you want?
What's the cult called again?
Chosen of Inerta.
Yeah.
Ninurta is who the cult was.
I keep saying Inerta. It's Inerta.
Hang on. I have it.
I know it sounded like Naruto or something.
It did in fact. It's Ninruta.
Ninruta.
Yes, it did in fact sound like Naruto.
Maybe if anyone else around has heard it or dealt with them before. Like if there's any other, were there other Lancer squads around?
Oh yeah, there's others coming and going from the base all the time.
Yeah, maybe if any of the other Lancer squads had run into them.
Yeah, because this little cult is not unknown. They just have not been very active in league territory. It's been something the Shannara have had to deal with. So yeah, you get to drinking with some folks. That comes up, and one of the guys there asks you several questions about it. And by the end of the night, he slides you. Basically, it's like a little medallion. They fairly recently had an encounter with some unidentified Lancers. And he found it, when they were kind of checking it out in the aftermath of the battle, he had found this on one of the pilots.
She will pocket that.
Unfortunately, in this conversation, it also comes out that you're Uriah's sister. And some of the guys you were talking with, they do security here on the base.
It's like, what, that's bad? You want to make something of this? You want to go outside?
It's not that they're insulting Uriah. They seem to be a little insulted at how quickly he got into that information he was supposed to.
I can't help your incompetence.
Yeah, you get the distinct impression that, the cybersecurity guys, they probably won't do anything drastic, but you get the impression they may be out to get you.
Come fight
at
me,
that like
nerds.
prank, at like that prank level, not like ruin
Yeah.
your career. But I don't know exactly what that will translate into, but I will think of something when the opportunity presents itself.
Fair
It
enough.
might be difficulty if you have to do something with a computer.
Oh, I see that bitch's username. Hold on a second. Ugh.
Change all of our passwords.
Or rumors about you spread online, and the computer guys just can't figure out where they're coming from.
Add the medallion to the broom and assault rifle.
And I will, at some point, get you a description of what the amulet looks like. Freddy.
Alright, I am going to try to complete the project that I had working on.
Okay, and what project were you already working on?
And this is my emergency cooling system.
That's right. Because you want to be able to use that strategy you used at the abandoned farm that time.
Yeah.
And you had made some progress on it already?
Yes. I'm continuing the project.
All right.
Just roll a 20.
Wow. This is gonna be poor for us.
Get all your 20s out now.
All right. Since you already had a 19 or 20 previously, you make progress on the project, but you don't quite finish it. You can finish it during your next downtime without rolling. But choose 2 things you're going to need.
It's the same as ties if you roll a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you roll 20, you're just done. Okay. Well, the trick is he didn't have to. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So you choose one on that list, but Ty would have chosen quality materials rather than
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
because I mean it's a casket. The better the materials to keep them protected, the better.
Let's see. So quality material, specific knowledge or techniques. This whole thing is about a technique you came up with. So, okay, you've got that thing as a reserve that can be used.
All right.
Reserves can be used once during a mission. I believe that's right. They're essentially the one use
pretty sure.
item. So you have your emergency cooling system. I forget how we described it the first time, but I can't remember if it just sprays you down with coolant or what it does. But you can pop it in an emergency.
Yep.
So I just picture Freddy and Tiana. They're just both in kind of the mechanics area, just tinkering away in their different little cubicles.
And I'm working with Whip to actually try to get a good way of how we can actually integrate this better.
Yeah, Ty's talking to hers to get input on like how the drones should look and act and function. So keeping them in on the project.
Rabbit wants speed lines down the side.
One has flames.
Flames on the side.
Yeah,
one has NOS, but we don't tell anyone about that.
That's what you put in your Raya's mech.
Oh.
Just clap it onto the back.
The air shakes in the distance.
Cortev.
Huh?
What's Cortev going to get up to?
Oh, I only heard of. I was like, huh?
Oh.
Cortev is gonna take one day and just exist. Feeling a little existential right now.
Angsty
and
boy.
then over the next couple of days after that, he's gonna
Well,
gather.
you only got 2 days.
Okay, so the next day, he would attempt to gather information about the Horus Industries.
All right.
About because it occurs to him that he just naturally knows how to use the mech, and that doesn't sit right with him necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Don't drop the dice. Gather information, D20 roll. See if I have anything relevant for this. Nothing I want to use.
So it's just a straight roll.
15.
What was that?
15.
15.
Plus what we're at grit 2 right now, so 17.
All right. You find what you're looking for, but choose one. You leave clear evidence of your rummaging. You have to dispatch someone or implicate someone innocent to avoid attention.
Feel like he's going through the proper channels. So it's a little weird that he would have to do that. But I think he will. I think if he's caught, his defense is just like, hey, I was going through the proper channels. I guess depending on who catches him.
Well, it's not so much that somebody catches you and what you're doing was wrong in this instance. It's just that if anybody looks, well, it's clear Cortez was, it's like they got your browser history sort of thing.
Sure.
That's not
Wrong place,
necessarily
wrong time.
bad, depending on where you've been going.
He has a VPN for whatever else he browses. But no, he will. I mean, he's probably because he's at the hell did we call that place?
The falafel house?
No, the other one, the Pizza Cad.
Pizza Kaz.
Piece of cad.
Yeah, he's just at the Pizza Cad, probably on the public Wi-Fi. Because as far as he's concerned, he's just going through regular stuff.
Yeah.
The combo falafel pizza cat for all your food needs.
Well, for when you're tired of the mess hall,
Waffle
basically.
House.
That have the cool red cups though.
Yes.
Oh, the ones that always make drinks feel colder than they are. Yeah.
For some
They
reason,
swear
there's
it's
like a
from Old
tabletop arcade.
They swear it's from Old
Yeah.
Earth.
Mm-mm.
I will make a note of that.
Okay. And I think that's everybody's downtime, as far as like
I think so.
official downtime actions.
Mm-hmm.
So most of you stay just cloistered away. Vika does some hanging out. And Cortez is just sort of relaxing and doing a little bit of Google searching.
One
Well,
time
the
you hear
equivalent.
You hear a tiny explosion as one of Ty's drones fails, and then she fixes it.
Tiny
as is
explosions
one
are not unusual when you're in the mech bays.
Exactly. So, I figured like a drone just going onto the ground.
Meant to do that.
Sorry.
All right, so Cortez is just looking for information on Horus, kind of in general.
Well, that's general. Sorry, my audio went completely out for a second there.
You get a malware screen that says no.
That's more information than he had.
Perceive us less.
Stop it.
The only weird thing that happens while you're searching it is you're reading up, and then there's just a little section of text that changes as you're looking at it, from whatever it was saying
Like someone's live editing it.
to literally just, hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and then it flips, and then it switches back to whatever the normal is.
That's cool.
Like when you open CompCon and like the text on a Horus thing just shudders.
Yeah.
Very much like that. Yeah.
He looks at that for a second. He's like, and he continues.
But the second day, as y'all are wrapping up y'all's projects, or in Cortev's case, actually doing his thing, the Mad Dogs come back to base.
I forgot they came with us.
So you run into Charlie Wayne in that group. At some point they make the effort to meet up with you.
Hey, anybody want Pizza Cat? Let's go to Pizza Cat.
I mean, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Charlie Wayne's fine with it. He's curious to see what the pizza's like on this one. And then starts giving you the history of how that's a style of cuisine that his part of Cradle came up with.
They use pesto here. It's a little weird, but it's an acquired taste.
I'll just
And it's a
acquire
step up
something
from-
else.
And it's a step up from cardboard and the mess hall.
That's true.
There's a point of order during all this. Uriah is at a table sort of off to the side, still enough to hear a conversation, but he's quiet and he's still, and he's just reading as he eats.
I think you guys would definitely see Cortav still looking into like Horus stuff as you all walk in.
Ty will walk up. Go ahead.
I look at Savika and go, should we be concerned?
As Ty's walking up to Uriah.
He's not eating falafel, is he?
No.
He's
Is
fine.
he eating
Don't worry about
anything?
it.
Does he have anything in front of him?
Pizza Cat.
He's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about
Okay,
it. He's
as long
just
as you
hyper
have,
focusing.
if you have food in front of you, then that's fine.
No, he's got food.
Okay.
He's not eating a lot. He's sort of like, nibbling. Because most of his, like as Jason stated, he is hyper focused right now.
Screw it. Yeah.
Tiana,
Ty's walking up
Tiana's
to him
doing
and
the
flicks
mama
him in
bear
the
thing
forehead.
of like, hey, are you eating?
Yeah.
Are you hydrated? Are you hydrated?
Ty flicks him in the forehead.
Yes.
You all right?
Does not even look up. Yeah, I'm good.
Good book?
I mean, I compiled it myself, so yeah, it's not bad.
Vika coming over behind Tiana.
Okay. Hi. Just looks up like this.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
I'm
come?
literally picturing that as Tiana doing this while Vika's doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is like standing over Tiana, like reaches over, puts the fingers on like the data pad, like, are you going to come be social or are you going to eat or read?
Well, I mean,
How long have you been reading?
2 days?
Does it look like you've does it look like you've
book
touched
away.
the food?
A little.
Pulls the book away.
Ty's-
Come on.
Bring the plate and eat.
I will give it
she
back.
Walks away.
I apparently accidentally hacked the entire base's mainframe for that.
And I pissed off the IT guys. Let's go get some pizza.
I knew I loved you.
Make sure he brings his food, and she just keeps going back over to the rest of the group.
You step back over there where the rest of your guys are, and the Mad Dogs. And Charlie Wayne he's taking a bite of the pizza, and he's reaching to shoot, what was the little goth chick's name? I forget.
Didn't you have 2 goth chicks in that group?
No, it was just the one.
Oh. Yeah.
But he's like picking falafel off of her plate and tasting it.
Was it Slipstream?
Was
it Flamingo?
I think it was Flamingo.
That's Diva.
She's very pale, but her mech is very bright pink.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Diva.
Yeah. Wait, no.
If she
There's
goes nerf this, so help me.
Hellstorm is the one with white skin.
Okay, yeah, it was
Flamingo-
Hellstorm. Okay.
Flamingo's the one with brown hair, tan skin.
Yeah, okay.
And then
But,
Slipstream's the one that doesn't take off her helmet.
Just the Mandalorian.
This is the way.
But anyway, she's giving him a dirty look, but he's sitting there tasting both of them and complaining that he thinks they use the same stuff for the falafel that they use for the pizza crust.
At least it's not field rations.
Yeah,
Barely.
he's grumbling about it, but he's still scarfing the pizza down at an alarming rate.
Yes, your eyes only marginally, like eating only marginally faster, still side-eyeing Vika, like, give me that tablet.
So where
You're
is
like
Vika?
any kid that had his tablet taken away. It's just
So is it
constantly
like-
trying to struggle for it. Gotcha.
Is it like Uriah, Vika, and then Ty?
Vika will sit anywhere, but she's just like, I shared a womb with you. That doesn't work.
But if like Mad Dog is still stealing food from the one person, she'll just look at the person he's still, it's like, I won't say anything if you smack him. About Mad Dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just like in case they get in trouble or whatever. It's like, I won't say anything if you punch him.
If you ask nice, I can punch him.
They don't even have to ask sometimes.
You deserve it.
How was I
Yeah.
supposed to know that their firewall was basically paper mache?
That's what I told them. Their incompetence isn't like your fault. I was gonna fight him, but I got
This,
told not to.
this whole time, there are 2 drones that have landed on the table.
Uri just pat, pat, pat. Actually, he goes pat and goes, literally stops mid bite and just.
Pat, pat, pat.
I'm going to another table, and then he gets up and moves.
What?
I'm not giving you the
Why?
tablet back.
That's fine. I'll eat over
Why are you
here.
going to another table?
The 2 drones look at each other like they're offended. Somebody's
Sure.
not being vouched for.
Sure,
I'm
it's not
trying to
because
figure
of
out,
you
it's like-
two.
They're my drones.
They're adorable. I'm sure it's not because of them.
I hope not.
Charlie Wayne looks at them. He looks over to Uriah. He looks back at Tiana.
I don't know.
Why'd you bring drones to dinner?
Oh, these are my NHPs. I didn't want to be cooped up in the mech, so.
Oh! I thought you just brought regular drones.
No. These are my. This is Rabbit and Koke. They normally are cooped up in the mech, so.
I assume
Makes-
their drones allow them to communicate, that they can actually talk and stuff.
Yeah. They can talk. They can.
Okay,
can
then
do
there is a
everything.
round of introductions.
Mhm.
Everybody else at the table just treats them like people. Really makes
Yeah.
Uriah look a d-bag.
Just I'm still looking over at Uriah like Ty has done something wrong or something.
And I also chime in, well, Whip's here too, and you hear what sounds like, I think almost like R2 beeping coming from my suit, and he's just more fond of the mech.
Got a whole room set up in there. It's got like an ottoman and a papasan TV.
Charlie Wayne's like, well, if you could be a mech, who wouldn't want to be a mech?
Scortab just raising a hand.
I like my bits the way they are.
Yeah, your mech is a distinct situation of maybe not being a mech. No
Isn't it?
offense, but if I had to choose to be a mech, I would not pick your frame.
This is feeling like some sort of like being chosen versus choosing. Not that I'm complaining about it. It's certainly effective.
Think of it as being the main character in your own like storybook you write as a kid.
Hate that.
Now, come on, you got a whole plot arc.
I already have the colored hair and the weird scar.
See, you're halfway there.
Ugh.
Living on a, sorry.
Charlie Wayne chimes in. Yeah, chicks dig scars. Which has all the women in his squad just look at him.
You guys get the one in his butt?
Ty being the medic, like, no, eating a piece of pizza.
Like whispers over to Slipstream. Did you get the one? Did you check the one in his butt?
I think that was just a bruise. I don't know. You'd have to ask Doc. Doc was the one that checked that out.
How was your journeys out there?
It went fairly well. They had a little scrap or two, but it was nothing too heated. It was kind of just randomly running into another patrol, and there was a little bit of shooting, and then each side withdrew.
Notice some of the opposition used like looks left and right to make sure no one else is like listening in, even though we're at a Pizza Cad. They're using both sides like markings and stuff like that.
No, they didn't run into that. I mean, they've
Yeah,
they had read the reports.
Yeah.
Well, Charlie
Yeah,
hadn't, but Charlie Wayne hadn't, but they told him about it when they read the reports.
Yeah, because we've ran into them again.
And
forget they're actively antagonizing both sides.
Are you sitting at the table next to us?
Yep.
Okay.
Vika's eyeballing him every now and then, but doesn't say anything yet.
So is Ty. But
Trav will get off of the public Wi-Fi and use his own stuff again, so that he can send an encryption to or an encrypted file to the Mad Dogs that are here, and it's just his recordings from what the last battle we were at. He specifically recorded it.
Okay.
And just wanted to note the different mech designs.
All right. Then you see all of them. They're still eating, but they're some of them are kind of glancing down. Charlie Wayne's like, "I'll watch it later."
Yeah, fine. One of you remind him.
Slipstream's like, "Oh no, it's battle footage. You'll actually watch that at some point."
Oh, okay.
It's not a safety training video.
Right.
There's like 2 bits of the mech that just, and everyone's like, "Ew."
Which means it's
For some odd reason.
Sorry. At some point, they're going to see Uriah go the speed of Mach Jesus and just cross the entire battlefield.
The first thing, the more I hear about Charlie Wayne, I keep measuring like Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
That's the vibe I've been getting from him. Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to meet the other guy that locks hands with him.
That's him and Vika.
No, that's right.
flipped.
That is Vika.
No, never mind. I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
This battle footage has been passed down for generations.
Is Armstrong the bald one? I've seen very little of Full Metal Alchemist, but I have seen those
the
two
bald
guys.
one where every time he flexes, like his entire top comes off and it's all
Yes,
muscle.
okay. I have seen those two characters talking about meat.
That happens too with Vika, but Vika keeps it raw. Yeah. gotta be PG.
She has some modesty.
Mm.
And that is how Charlie Wayne gets shot.
Car.
Yes.
Just very quickly, what kind of personality would Rabbit have?
Rabbit is she's energetic, but also very somewhat like a secretary, but not as like,
So energetic, but kind of organized.
Yeah, energetic and organized. Yeah.
Work focused when you need to be work focused.
Yeah, work focused when you need to be work focused, but very, very energetic when she's not on a job.
All right.
Oh no,
And
Rabbit is type A.
And what was the other one's name again?
Koke is always seen with a cup of digital coffee and is jittering all the time and speaks 90 miles a minute.
Jittery, hyper. Gotcha.
That's just
fast.
Car.
Yeah, I think
no,
Koke
our
is
friend
specifically described unstable in HP. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's my version of it being unstable is the coffee.
I had too much coffee. I'm just gonna cascade.
But no, it's the.
They
if
give
I don't
pilots this. I'm confused.
No, if she doesn't get her coffee, she cascades.
Yeah.
So are these like little floating drones, basically?
Yeah, they're little floating drones. When they're landed on the table, they just sit there. But
I'm picturing Koke, how do you say it?
I would assume kind of like a hard light. They would have like their own like personalities and body pop up, just like Cortana from Halo.
Okay.
Drones. Yeah.
Okay.
So they actually have like a personality body. That's what I'm thinking. But
So Rabbit appears as somebody sitting in a seat. In this particular instance,
okay,
you know, y'all are all sitting at tables, so her little hologram is her sitting at a chair like that y'all are.
Yeah.
Where Koke is got like,
standing and walking back and forth.
oh, do they present as female or male or?
Koke is female as well as Rabbit. Both are female.
Okay. So she's sitting there. Her hologram is like sitting on the top of the drone, you know, with the legs hanging over the side, just kicking her legs. The hologram, you know, holding the cup of coffee, but the hologram is also like always in some kind of motion, you know, kicking the legs.
Yep.
You know,
Moving.
something.
The
Drinking.
ADHD like thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also mean mugging.
Tyrannosaurus
Also
arms.
mean mugging Uriah.
A little bit, yeah. Rabbit and Ty just exchange looks like, what did I do wrong? What?
Rabbit seems content
Trying
to
to
ignore
figure
Uriah if Uriah is going to ignore her.
Calm down. It was probably me.
I mean, he was looking at the drones.
I
assume.
took the tablet.
this-
Pap, pap, pap.
the-
What did you do with the tablet? Is it sit on the table next to you, or?
Just has got it sitting on, like, has her arm resting over it. Because she knows. And Uriah is sneakier than her and could, like, sneak it out from a pocket or something. So she has her arm resting on it and, like, the fingers curled around it.
we look over and Uriah's made a copy of it already.
Just downloaded it to a different tablet from there.
How many tablets does this guy have?
Just, like, snuck up behind and, like, plugged in a USB.
While
to it.
y'all are eating and, you know, chewing the fat, Coca kind of drifts over a little bit. And it's like the hologram is like looking over, trying to look at the pad to see what Uriah was reading.
No, not without his permission. That's his stuff.
You see her from the table. Not like you could stop them.
I can politely ask them to ask permission.
Something you should learn.
Coca's like, I don't want to know that badly. Drifts back over next to Rabbit. Casually scratches her nose with her middle finger. In Uriah's general direction.
He has at this point pulled out another tablet and is reading it as he eats.
Told you.
I try.
During the dinner, y'all all get a notice from the commander to report the next morning for a briefing. You know, there's another mission coming up.
Good.
It's not super early in the morning, you know. You don't have to get up any earlier than usual, but it's like right after breakfast, essentially. And as dinner wraps up, Charlie Wayne is trying. He's trying to get as many of you as want to, and y'all and his squad, to move from here to the bar. You know, it's not that late yet. We've still got time to get a couple of drinks before we need to hit the sack, you know, for tomorrow.
Are we in fatigues? So we're not in our hard suits or anything, I assume.
No. Y'all be walking around in like the normal military attire.
I'm just gonna phrase the invitation as a question. Do you really think me and alcohol mix?
I don't know, but I'd really like to see it.
Deal. And he just goes to the bar.
You watch Ty as you guys walk to the bar. She leans over. Please record all of this.
Well, the bar is a separate establishment.
Yeah. Well. As Uriah's walking away, she just leans over to Rabbit. Please record everything that's about to happen.
Yeah, well,
I'm not
need
sure
it.
he'd want us to go to the bar.
Coca's
Coca's like, I'm going.
They might have coffee there.
As they're leaving, Charlie Wayne looks over at Vika. Well, I know you're coming. Somebody's got to babysit you.
I'm coming, but I won't drink.
You know, we need a responsible adult.
1 DD.
Ty is the DD. She doesn't drink alcohol.
I love that technically Uriah is the older of the two.
Because like
Seconds.
Responsibility, being responsible does not necessarily come with age.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It just
Oh,
amuses
yeah.
me. It's like we need the responsible adult, but I'm the younger one.
because like he's the responsible one. He's the one that has curtailed me from like decking a few people.
You do notice nobody else from the Mad Dog goes to the bar.
Oh, that's concerning.
Oh.
Once I get a few steps, why are none of your squad coming? Are you a rowdy drunk or?
If they start going in an opposite direction, Ty's gonna go ask one of the others.
Yeah.
It's a mix of answers. Some of them just aren't much for drinking. Doc tells you, he doesn't drink if they've got with a briefing in the morning. It's just
Ty fist bumps the doctor.
He's like, hey, I had strict rules at home. I have no rules here.
But
There's no rules.
and Hailstorm's like, get a few drinks in him. He'll be trying to arm wrestle Vika before you know it.
That kind of drunk.
All right. So how many of y'all are going to the bar?
I'll go.
Yeah,
but-
well, we won't split the party.
no. I'll go to the bar, but Ty's not drinking. She's just there to chill.
Vika will have one very fruity, girly drink, and there will be an umbrella in it.
Well, Charlie Wayne gonna have to
Jason,
make
do you-
comments about that.
Jason,
Yeah.
I don't know if you
And-
saw him. Sorry.
I'm gonna ask Whip what sensors my suit has. Keep him active. I see this going sideways.
Keep the sensor on my liver really good.
And Jason, I don't know if you saw my question about is Ty able to make like a hard suit spot for the drones to land on? Because she does not want the drones to be floating around in a bar.
Well, you're not really running around in hard suits on base. You'd be in like
No,
your
but,
fatigues.
yeah.
But yes, the hard suit. When you are in a hard suit, having some kind of mount shouldn't be a problem.
An angel and a devil on your shoulders.
Yeah. So yeah, Ty's probably going to like have a way for them to clip onto her belt.
Oh.
But
How big are these
these could
drones
be-
that they're?
They're probably about this big. They're about like a sauce plate kind of
Okay, okay.
size. So not too super big. But they just clip onto her side and they can like be hard lights on her shoulder or something.
I really like the idea that they put on the back of each of her shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thought.
They can literally project themselves standing shoulder angel style.
But I can do this. Why does that? Wait, he's got a point.
I love that movie. All right. So yeah, your fruity drink is a comment from Charlie Wayne. He doesn't insult the drink. He just he really thought you'd be more of a real drinker.
You
You're
think
right.
I care about your opinion, bro? It's said with a grin and a tease.
Oh no! I mean, hey, it's good that you know yourself enough to know that you can't handle real drinks.
Ty
Everyone should be that
necessarily
self-aware.
temple of the same drink.
Got more alcohol than your whiskey.
Tastes better too.
Whiskey is about the taste, but yeah.
Why would I want something that tastes like warm cow piss?
See, now you're talking about beer.
Potato. Or, vodka.
It's the only thing potatoes are good for. Well, it's what potatoes are best for. What is Uriah drinking?
1 second, and I will tell you.
What unholy
I-
abomination are
I
you
probably-
researching?
Ty probably ordered the same thing that Vika was, just as like a non-alcoholic.
Mm,
Gets
And-
like 30% more self-conscious as Charlie says something.
Ty's just like, I'm not drinking, so bye.
Yeah, Tiana not drinking doesn't really get Charlie's attention.
Yeah.
You know, she's very small. Of course, she can't handle the hard stuff. Jeremy, how much is Cortev drinking?
he's
Okay.
He's hanging out.
he's making a cocktail if they allow him back behind the
No.
bar.
They will not allow you back behind the bar. If you have a particular cocktail you would like, they will
Yeah, that's true. He
you
will
know, supply
he
you
will tell
with
them
what
what
you need. But
he'll tell them what it is. Watch him with an eagle eye the whole time. I literally just look up classic old-fashioned cocktail because I know nothing about alcohol as a player.
yeah,
So 2 ounces bourbon whiskey, 1/4 ounce simple syrup, 2 dashes of Angasutra bitters, whatever those are, ice, and then an orange peel for garnish.
oh, it's got some
They
real
look
liquor
at
in it,
you
so-
like you're describing an old fashioned. I know how to make an old fashioned. I've done
Yeah.
this all my life.
Me, the player, I've got no idea.
Yeah, for sure.
The player has never had alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except like maybe I think like once at Dragon Con with you all. I think that was
I don't
it.
I don't even remember what you had, but
He gets some of the sake.
yeah, maybe.
No, yeah, and it was the year before that I got handed a very tiny amount of moonshine, the strawberry stuff, I think.
Ah,
I think that was it. Anyway.
rant number 3 of the night.
Well, tangent. That was not a rant.
Yeah. True.
But what's Cortev drinking?
Cortev's over there with Tiana,
But yeah, that,
If there's like,
watching for the chaos that will undoubtedly
yeah,
ensue.
if there's some kind of like railing or whatever, Ty's perched up on that. If not, she's sitting on a stool.
Okay. And the bar is playing some
dangling.
music. Is Freddie
Of
drinking?
course, dangling.
Or what is it?
Is Freddie drinking?
No. I'm chatting people up. I'm more or less keeping an eye on things.
Okay.
Essentially being the designated observer of this bunch.
Yeah, everything seems to be fairly chill. No, you know, there's no tension in the room. So the evening passes. Charlie Wayne does his best to get Vika and Uriah drinking more.
oh, Uriah will drink. He'll probably go through several. But the more alcohol that gets in his system, the calmer he gets.
And Ty is so confused.
Charlie Wayne seems a little confused.
Like he's probably on like the 3rd or the 4th one. He's just sitting there, just very still, just watching everybody drink.
Looks like what?
Yeah,
It's the
Charlie.
exact opposite of what I thought he was going to be.
Charlie Wayne's looking over at Vika. I really thought your brother was going to be more fun with some drinks in him.
That depends on what your definition of fun is.
Well, maybe funny is what I meant to say.
That would require you having a life to understand it.
So he goes robot-y when he's drunk. Weird. Vika, what about you?
He has maybe one more. She's not going to get drunk before the briefing. She's dumb, but she's not that dumb. And mostly she's keeping an eyeball also on Uriah, but not as hawkish as everyone else's. Not like a zoo display.
after Uriah's like display with her HP, she's kind of keeping a distance. But if he talks to her, she'll talk to him.
Yeah, at one point, he'll just be like, plan on sitting over there the entire time.
I'm right next to you guys.
Oh, we got somebody in the chat. Greetings.
Oh,
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know
Tangent
how
four.
far. I don't know how far Ty would be, but she wouldn't be that far from the table.
Oh, I imagine Charlie Wayne walked him up to the bar. I'm picturing those three at the bar, the rest of y'all at a table close by watching.
Yeah, at which point, he'll come over.
Oh, I've gotten a request to be mean to Jeremy.
Yes.
I take it you know them.
don't know. I'm not looking
Cortev,
at chat.
Hey, Jeremy.
I am for you to NV000.
Oh, okay. That is, I do know that person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just some rando on the internet just wanting us to be mean to you.
I know.
So Jeremy Cortev just gets punched.
Ow.
Everyone just dog piles Cortev.
Ugh, there's a
But
Jeremy in this
Jeremy, not
game. I hate
Cortev.
Jeremys.
What were you saying?
Man, just walk over. Watches Tiana intently for like a minute.
She just looks at him like, "What?"
Vika
Both
throws
the
a tea
both
from
the
bar.
NHP holograms, as you go over and stare at Tiana, they both get up and kind of cross their arms, looking at you. Like they're gonna be able to do something if you started the fight.
Them.
Okay, you mean Rabbit and Koke?
Why?
Because Rabbit I was working on before I came here, and Koke because I was interested.
So they weren't AIs after all.
No, they're NHPs. They're my assistants and helpers. I mean, they help with my reports and they help with combat.
Which point he turns, looks directly at the NHPs.
Okay.
If either of you two get her killed, I will personally shatter your caskets. Am I clear?
Whoa. What?
Several
up with
peanuts
that?
are thrown from the bar at the back of Uriah's head.
At which point he sets the drink down, turns, and leaves the bar.
She slowly turns to Vika. What
Yeah,
was that?
Whip actually has a question as to whether he should be worried.
Koke's like, oh, F that guy.
No, swirling her drink.
We
trying
should
to think-
report him.
No, just
Charlie Wayne's like, oh, he's a mean drunk. Okay.
no.
1 second.
That's actually
Also, Koke.
That's
we
not
don't
fun
know,
after all.
We don't know what happened to him to cause his hatred of NHPs. I guess am I getting that right?
there's a lot of things that happened with various aspects that will probably tie into, and like trying to not look at anyone in particular, like, but eyes are going back and forth between everyone because she's like, yeah, everyone here has something that has, yeah. The event where he lost his arm,
Mm-hmm.
cascading things.
Oh.
Hmm.
Points that are NHPs.
Rabbit still doesn't
Oh.
look happy.
Don't take it personal. You'll grow on him.
Koke's like, oh, he hates me. Oh, no, I won't take that personally. Just remember, I'll just remember when if
No.
one biological does something to me, I should hate them all for it. I'll keep that in mind.
It's a.
Okay.
Bad
It
time
was
for the
a-
Hobbits I'm cruising in because I missed everything.
She was like, she was trying to explain like how he lost his arm. Yeah, that there was a whole thing with
Cascading.
NHPs and cascading and stuff, and
And
she didn't go into detail. She was vague.
she's like, okay, I get it. Let's just think about it rationally. How about that?
Give him time.
Oh, right. I'm the one that needs to think rationally.
No,
He can do whatever he. Okay.
that's not what I'm saying.
I'm
Cocaine,
filing
I
a report.
promise.
You have the benefit of logic and being able to think things through without too much emotional baggage tied to it. Us biologicals, we're nothing but emotional.
You say that while
baggage.
her little hologram is standing there, pissed off, tapping one foot, drumming her fingers on her upper arm as her arms are folded.
Mm-mm.
Give him some time. He wants to make sure Tiana's protected. You guys protect Tiana. Which you're gonna do anyways, I have no doubt about that. You have been.
Yeah, of course. She's our friend. We've known her a lot longer than, well, Rabbit has known her longer than you're right. I'm not sure how long.
That's right. I'm the
I consider
older
you
Coca's
one.
been
both.
here.
I consider both of you my friends. I'm going to protect you as best I can.
You guys can vouch for Tiana. I can vouch for him. I've known him literally all my life. He's.
Well, I'm sorry for that.
She does give whoever says that a little bit of a look, like no.
That's cocaine. That's cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
That was definitely okay.
Yeah.
She. Like I said, y'all benefit from not having all the emotional baggage that biologicals have. Takes a long sip of a drink. So, Dart!
No, Whip's wondering because he has loneliness issues. Any particular reason why that might come up?
Whip has loneliness issues, or you're
Well,
right.
because this is actually Whip.
Okay.
Largely because I actually found Whip in a scrapyard, wandering around.
Now, is Whip an AI or a actual
Whip-
NHP?
Whip isn't an HP.
Okay. All right. Now I'm picturing Whip like a puppy with that separation anxiety.
There's a lot of whining at the frame door, just scratching it.
The fact that he only communicates with people other than Freddy with beeps and boops.
Well, he communicates with me that way too. It's just the fact that I understand what he's saying.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
So yes, when you suggest darts, Charlie Wayne is ready for that. This is all become a little
Too heavy.
Too serious?
a little heavier than he was intending. You know, he was hoping your brother would get a few drinks in and be like dancing on tables or something goofy.
No,
Be
no.
ramping his normal self up by 1,000.
This is actually closer to his old normal self.
So we're staying in like a barracks, right? Where it's
Yes, yes.
basically one open floor plan kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, there are more permanent quarters for the people that are like permanently stationed here. But,
yeah.
But you guys kind of coming in and out all the time. Yeah, it's just barracks.
Yeah. Okay. Taz gonna go back to the barracks. She's gonna just have a conversation with her NHPs, just casual conversation. Nothing serious, just
The weather.
Get their minds off this recent unpleasantness.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Try and calm Cocaine down a little bit,
Give her more coffee.
which she does. Digital copy.
Uh, but yeah, she's of the two, she's definitely the one that's hottest about what just happened.
Hmm.
Though neither of them are exactly pleased. Vika, being the most sober person of the drinkers, probably does the best at darts. Charlie Wayne mostly manages to hit the board.
It's the one person off in the corner.
Eh.
Sorry,
So
sorry.
Wilhelm scream off screen.
How did you get the dart in your own head?
He throws a dart. Nothing goes forward. He looks down at his hand. There's a dart sticking in it.
Throws the dart, doesn't let it go. It is in his thigh.
Wow.
Does it again. He's just doing the.
We're gonna take you back to your squad.
All right, so
That
the
one,
next
buddy.
morning, the alarms go off for you to get up. Uriah, give me a dice roll. If you have anything about your character that would help him with like
Over.
Sobriety.
in D&D, this would be a Constitution check. I'm not sure if you have anything about him being physically hardy or.
Secretly, the
think
arm
so.
has a filtration system in it. No.
He just peed a lot when he got home.
Drank a lot of Gatorade. Ate something. Took some aspirin before he went to bed.
Mhm.
adding in some notes.
Oh,
Uh,
just a real quick, Jason. Is it frowned upon to have the NHPs in the war room when you're getting briefed, or is it okay to have them in there with you?
No,
Is that
they're basically people. They're basically part of your squad.
Okay, I just wanted to double
You know,
check.
as
I
far
didn't
as
know if there
union's
was, like,
concerned.
rules behind that.
so it'd just be a straight 20, I think. 20 plus 2, or this be a straight 20.
You can throw your grid in there, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I just looked at what you rolled. All
I
right.
haven't done it yet.
You wake up not particularly headachy.
I got an 11.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Patrick's roll.
No,
All right, so 11. So yeah, with 11, you wake up with something of a hangover.
Understandable. Ugh.
You know. So you may be a little grumpy and grumbly, but you are not so bad off that you're going to get yourself in trouble inadvertently.
Ty's already in her suit or whatever, and just looks over. You all right? Uriah.
Yeah, a bit of a headache. I'm fine. What happened?
Need some water? Well, you drank.
Yeah, that'd be great.
she,
And Vika didn't stop me?
she gets a glass of water from him. Not that I could tell. Hands it to him.
Vika coming over in her hard suit. I think you needed it.
Well, thanks.
You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything stupid.
She turns around and you see the two drones just like on her shoulder blades.
Mean mugging him.
One of Koke's like on the shoulder, and as soon as Ty turns around,
Yeah,
Koke's just
yeah.
mean mugging.
Yeah. Actually, the second Koke sees Uriah, it's just
yeah.
Where are those Kill Bill sirens coming from?
He just raises a brow at the NHP and then just finishes the water.
As you're exiting the barracks, you see the Mad Dogs coming out of another barrack. Charlie Wayne is just head down, just shuffling forward.
Vika
He rolled in the single
is-
digits.
may chuckle a little bit, but we'll slap him on the back. Oh, thinking maybe the fruity drinks would have worked out better for you.
then hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna have this odd buzzing white noise going next to me the entire time. Hope that doesn't bother you.
You're assholes. You're all assholes.
You want some
Ding,
water?
ding,
Well, say Uriah looking faintly chipper for having drunk a good bit. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I should have drunk some water before I laid down.
Pats
And
him
it-
on the back.
And then he pulls out his flask and takes his swig. All I can do now is, hair of the dog that bit me.
That happens.
Jeez.
Ty's just like,
That's not
doesn't-
medically
that
approved.
doesn't- Ty just shakes her hand. That doesn't work, and just keeps walking
That's.
forward.
I see. He follows the Mikey P version of
I was
sobriety.
just thinking about Mikey P, the friend of ours.
That's not the
Yeah.
hair of the dog. That's just alcoholism.
He was once
Charlie.
out so late drinking that when he woke up the next morning feeling great, he was dressed for work and headed out the door when he realized the reason he felt great was he hadn't sobered up yet.
This I need
Yep.
like I need
So-
I need the one edit for this show to be just like a number for like an Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah. Don't drink or do drugs, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Just say no.
We should all just be wearing Dare shirts.
Should find mine. Doesn't fit anymore. Um,
Uh, so anyway, I'll get to the briefing.
oh, I
Commander
remember.
Monroe
Cortana
is
was
there.
gonna be like, Cortana was gonna tell Charlie to like greasy foods next time. Greasy foods, and then that was it.
The pizza was fairly greasy.
You also weren't eating it while you were drinking.
Yeah, you know, chasers. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then as soon as y'all step to the door, the base commander basically calls. Crap, what was Charlie Wayne's last name? Watts.
Lots.
Mr. Watts, are you alright? He's giving him a very disapproving look. At which point he tries to straighten up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, Commander. I'm fine. And then he kind of eyeballs the rest of you. He pauses a little bit at Uriah, but Uriah's not visibly suffering as much as Charlie.
Ty walking in with 2 additions.
SSC
Okay,
kids
rabbit.
built different.
She may or may not be slightly leaning on Bika.
Yeah, you're like
Isn't
hungover,
bad.
but you're not impaired like Charlie is.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting here in my head. I'm like, what happened if Ty just puts a patch on his back, on Charlie Wayne's back? Would it fix the problem?
Hold on, this patch is gonna flush your liver. Just hold on. Is
At
this a
this
still
point with-
suit?
By this point with Charlie Wayne, what liver?
Anyway, so y'all all get seated. The commander stops mean-mugging Charlie. Nobody else in the room. And it's not just y'all. It's several other squads, Lancers, and some other military, both union and non-union.
I don't notice. I kind of lean over. There's a lot more people here than I thought there'd be. It looks like there's going to be a major operation.
Hey, we have friends to come with us.
As long as Charlie Wayne doesn't Yahoo and
Leaning over. to
and
Donna.
she's saying that
Look at
to,
him.
like silently to her team, not to Charlie Wayne's team.
Well, yeah, like they don't know Charlie. They're not going to be offended.
Uriah
don't-
just sipping some water.
Gianna, I don't think you can Yahoo in this condition.
It'd be hilarious to see him try.
Mhm.
But anyway, Monroe, on the display behind him, pulls up a like satellite imagery.
Mm.
This is the town of Bastum.
Mhm.
It is being used as a forward base. Not quite like this one. They're not stockpiling stuff there, but they've been keeping some of their non-combat personnel there. But they've also brought in, and he gestures towards where the workshop is sitting.
Mhm.
But they also carried some souvenirs from y'all's last mission there that they recovered. Specifically, the bodies of the creatures, the local wildlife that was used in combat.
Megafauna.
Yeah.
Did I ever get a name for those two while I was doing my research?
You did. I have not made up a name for them yet. I will give you
that
a
point-
variety of species. In the
Which,
coming
at that point, Uriah just spouts the name off immediately the second they're brought up.
yes.
like the full scientific classification
Well, it'd be two different ones. They were closely related but separate
for
species.
both.
Yes.
Just stares at him.
And apparently there were some sort of implants in the body.
I was about to ask, if these are native wildlife, why would they be this keen on them?
In one of the previous wars, both sides, the Shinar more than the League, but both sides would occasionally use these creatures or other megafauna on the planet tactically. But they never had direct control over them. It was always sort of a release them in the general direction we wanted them to go and just let them kind of cause havoc and distraction. Where the opponents you face clearly had more direct control over them.
We heard like a whistle when they rose up, right?
Yeah.
Now, controlling them with implants had been tried before, and it had just never successfully, never been done successfully. So, both militaries would be interested in knowing how it was done, and by who. Because if it's this cult, how are they getting this level of technology? You know, when the two major governments on the planet hadn't figured it out. But anyway, the Shinar had flown in an expert, and he is going to be, and she gestures the workshop, he's going to be your target. The rest of us in the room, or the rest of you in the room, will be assaulting the town. We have reason to believe that they are planning to ship out the implants that they've managed to remove from the bodies, as well as their expert. There is a small, not landing field, but area they use for landing outside the city. That's where the workshop's going to be going. We assume as soon as they see us coming that they'll try to extract him. Most of the forces will secure the city, drawing the attention of any enemy forces in the area, hopefully, to allow you to extract this scientist.
Guy puts a hand up.
Or engineer, whatever they do call him.
Quartet has a hand.
Yes, Cortev.
The ratio of combatants to civilians.
Well, it's a town. It's far more civilians than combatants. Obviously, try to avoid civilians. We are not wanting you to run into this town just wrecking everything in sight. Let's be very clear. Which is standard engagement protocols. You do not target civilians. If the opposing force meets you outside of the town, then you fight outside the town, kind of thing.
That little bitch, you'll fight us out here. Cross a line of the town outskirts.
Do we have any? Ty will raise her hand.
Yes, Tiana.
Do we have any idea of the resistance that we can expect? As far as like mechs, like what kind of mechs or anything?
Oh, did we just lose somebody?
I think we
We
just lost Freddy.
Yeah.
We'll look weird for a minute. Don't mind us. Well-oiled machine.
If
I'm split in
if
half.
Sarah moved over just a little bit, it would be Vika with Uriah's head.
Other way, other way.
Yep.
Very nice.
There you go.
Somebody clip that.
I can't. I'm in the game. I can't clip it.
And then
No.
All right, Patrick,
sitting
can you
over
hear
here
me?
most-
Because he still showed up in the Discord.
Wonder what happened.
Well, it takes a while for the Discord to kick out.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Yeah, I think you're
It
right.
may have lost power.
Tornado warning, folks. So,
Yay!
Southern
yeah,
weather in the
the-
spring.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mother Nature not knowing what she wants to do.
Mhm.
Welcome to Tennessee.
It was 80 today. You know what it's going to be tomorrow? 50 something.
Yeah.
All right, he just kicked off. All right, so we will just carry on with our jacked up screen for a little bit. So it was Tiana that had raised her hand.
Yeah, Tiana was just asking. It's like, do you have any information as to resistance as far as like mechs or personnel or anything as far as this zone?
Oh, his
Computer
computer
just
just
crashed.
crashed. They know there's a few infantry. There's an infantry unit in the town that's just always there. You know,
Hmm.
acting more as guards than anything else. There are numerous lancer squads, but they come and go. They do not know who's at the city or at the town right at this moment. There's almost always at least 2 or 3 squads that patrolling in the general area. Now
It's hard.
the landing site that they're sending you specifically to, there's always at least 1 squad of lancers there.
Hmm.
So you can expect, definitely expect, would it be a mounted
My thoughts are-
resistance? The lancers are technically
Our
kind
thoughts are
of cavaliers.
this is a prisoner situation. How are we getting the prisoner? I assume we're getting the specialist to our base. The question comes down to how are we getting him back?
Yes, the
Hold them in our hands.
scientist / engineer in question is Memphis Flores. And you get a picture of the guy.
Hmm.
Thin, tall fellow. Probably just on the other side of middle age. As far as how you'll transport him, you could literally just pick him up and carry him. Once you secure him, you'll meet up with the main force, who will hopefully have taken the city or taken the town by then. And if not, they'll be outside the town. You'll still want to rendezvous with him. You could attach cargo. Let's see, he's read y'all's file, so you could transport it the same way you transported
Focus.
yeah, Justin Focus. Or we can dispatch a APC to go with you.
I think we had enough fun with the APC last time.
You know, he
I
will
think
allow
it
y'all to
makes
decide on what exact tactic to use.
I mean, I can sacrifice one of my systems to put a compartment on if we need to, but it's not going to be behind me.
Will that booger you up any?
Well, I have a choice of. Oh, I should be able to take care of it if I remove the jump jets on my systems.
And that's if you want him inside the mech with you. You could always strap him to the hood. You've got space up there.
Yeah, because that sounds smart.
Put them somewhere secured versus somewhere where they can be like, well, you're
Look,
not on
that
our
just-
side anymore.
That just means as soon as the enemy shows up, you just go, hey, I've got the prisoner on my roof. If you want him back, don't shoot at me.
Tell you.
I mean, unless the cult shows up, you don't never know what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But what are the chances of that?
Jason, if I were to equip an extra compartment onto my mech as well as manipulators, could I use the manipulators to pick up the dude?
Puppies.
I'd allow it.
Because it says they are too small to have any combat benefit, but allow the mech to interact with objects that would otherwise be too small or sensitive, such as picking up a pilot or a pilot-sized touchscreen.
I think they're meant for like that access, like you would with your normal hands.
Yeah, I'm just asking, could it be used to like boink, thunk?
Yeah, I would allow that.
Okay. Then I just replace my jump jets with a compartment and manipulators.
All right. So you're just sitting there in the meeting, basically sending the orders to the mech bay. Hey, swap this out for this.
She asks Rabbit or Koke to do it if they don't mind.
Do they have to detach and go back, or do they transmit?
They would. Well, good question. I don't think NHPs are allowed to be on the OmniNet. But if it's radio transmission, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't have access to that. To be able to like just send a quick.
I guess what I'm asking is, are they still in the mech?
No, they're with me.
Okay, so the actual NPH itself is plugged into the drones.
Yeah, are plugged into the drone with me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when we go to the mech, they get plugged into the mech.
Okay. But anyway, you get those orders sent. It's getting taken care of. While the meeting's still even going on.
Yep.
Did anybody else have any questions for the commander?
No, that the bit about not being overtly aggressive on Sibs was good.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, that is the basic protocol. I mean, there have been some very questionable actions from both sides in this conflict, but now that Union's directly involved, they're being
Running a much tighter ship.
Yeah, they're being
Also,
very
the question-
picky.
And because there's a third party, how much of it was the third party versus the actual?
Oh, they're just a cult. I doubt they could really have. They're trying to do something, but I doubt they've really done much.
Sure.
Hey, that is the
Wow.
commander's. If you're asking about if you mention the cult, that is the commander's specific comment on them. And that does seem to be Union's opinion, is that these guys, maybe it's a doomsday cult situation or something, but for whatever reason, they're trying to amp things up. And then if y'all have any questions, other people start asking questions. They get into much more specific tactics for the assault on the town. What angles they'll come from, yada yada yada. You notice Charlie Wayne is very quiet during the entire meeting.
Is he asleep?
He is not asleep. You can tell because he flinches every now and then when somebody near him says something a little too loud.
When this is all said and done, Ty will talk to the team.
Talk to who?
Talk to the team.
Oh,
Our team.
all right. Eventually, y'all are dismissed to get yourselves ready. You're given the time when everybody is rolling out.
She looks at the rest of it. It's like, anyone against me putting the extra compartment on my mech?
Certainly wouldn't work in mine.
You could piggyback him at Mach 3.
I'd probably kill him.
Yeah, doesn't he needs his internal organs probably.
I know.
Probably.
But if you made it a compartment, it could be like you were wearing a big person-sized backpack, but still
And
wrapped
turtle
in the,
shell.
still wrapped in the armor.
Suddenly, Demon Slayer. All right. Oh. But no, she's
Pika
just
pops
like,
out of a box.
I'm not going to let him sit behind me. If anything, he's going to be in a compartment to where we can access him, but he'd still be safe from fire. But
Yeah.
So the modification is you're basically extending the cockpit.
yeah, I'm extending the cockpit by making it to where he's sealed, to where he can't like get to her for any reason.
Oh, he's just a little science nerd. He wouldn't be any danger.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, sealed compartment's not an issue.
So
Anyone else making any modifications to their mechs?
Crab would have done the modifications over the break, but basically, the mech looks mostly the same, except there's a centralized area where like a main bit of the mech kind of floats around while all the other bits are moving around, like a very obvious like main drone while the others are floating about.
Yeah, well, the rest of the body.
The
is
heart
just-
of the mech.
Yeah.
The
Alright.
ferrofluid main on Veek is a little bit more like metallic-y. It undulates a little bit more.
So it's constantly in motion.
Yeah.
Alright, well, y'all load up in the drop
Really?
ships or
Really, the only visual change to Uriah's mech is he's got a new sword.
is it actually a different sword? What sword did he get?
It is. Instead of the tactical melee weapon, he now has the Terashima blade.
And we'll probably find out what that does shortly.
Yeah.
While we're describing visual changes, you now notice a torch strapped to Ty's mech. It is a plasma torch.
I'm just picturing Boston Dynamics dog with like a butane torch strapped to it.
Yeah, might as
Except
well,
huge.
yeah. It's fun when something's in melee with her.
Alright, so y'all take off in basically a fleet of aerial transports.
Mm-hmm.
You're very familiar with this model. It's
Is it the same pilot?
it's not the same pilot this time. They brought in some extras just for this mission. As you approach the city, your transport breaks off from the rest of them. Basically you drop down low trying to get below radar. Since the whole idea is to kind of flush this guy out. Let me switch y'all over
E.
to the map.
To the map.
We're in ancient Egypt.
Hey, why is Duba here?
We wanted.
Oh,
we
I wanted
felt
to
like
show
bringing
off.
him along.
I wanted to show off his that I did him a token.
It looks beautiful.
Yes.
He even lines up the hexes fairly well. I'm quite pleased. But he's not there. All right. So yeah, y'all's transport breaks away. They drop you off and you start marching in. You know, you're not going to catch them by surprise. They have plenty of time to get in whatever positions they can.
Mhm.
All right.
He's back.
Start my way back.
Welcome back.
On his way.
One moment, we'll get
Take
you
this
back
way.
in the call. Well, once you turn Zoom on.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows and stream knows, Ty is technically one size larger. So currently her token does not represent what she
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
but we will fix that later.
All right.
Extra large.
Extra large.
All right, Patrick.
I will be right back while we're getting everyone back.
All right. Have you got Zoom up, Patrick?
It's loading now.
Okay.
So
All right, then we will carry on. What was going on when you dropped, Patrick? Then I'll catch you up.
we were still in the briefing. We were talking about the town they were going to attack, and we were going to strike the more or less airfield to prevent an expert from being taken,
Right.
extracted.
Yes, you are trying to fetch this guy before he can get gone. As far as how you will transport him, Tiana is kind of doing what she did with when y'all fetched Focus, when you had to escort Focus.
Oh, the
she's
internal mech.
right. She's swapping out one system to have extra person space.
She's swapping out a 2-point system for a extra compartment and manipulators, so that the compartment is sealed, so he will be in there, but he won't be able to get to her.
Also, did we get any more information on this expert?
His name, Memphis Flores.
Memphis Flores. All right.
And you got a picture of him. Far side of middle age, tall, slender guy.
Okay, Zoom is not wanting to come back on. Bluetooth. That's just going. Using your microphone.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with Zoom to be able to really help you there.
Wait, is that?
Zoom is Zoom. I'm an IT person. I can already tell you, Zoom does whatever Zoom wants.
Okay, it is connecting right now. So.
Okay. All right, you just lit up, so let's see if it's going to work.
Now I'm getting a not responding.
I wonder if it's a connection issue or just something on your computer. Well, I don't know.
You can always go into
Discord.
Task Manager, end it, and then try again. That sometimes has fixed it for me.
Oh, I'm making Zoom shut down. Now it's opening back up again.
I have 2 B nobles waiting in the.
One's an imposter.
No.
Sound.
That's what I just did.
Mhm.
Oh,
There we go.
We have a Patrick again. Huzzah!
Yay!
There we go. I'm okay. Because I saw the other window down at the bottom too for a second. So it had B noble and B noble. So.
Ba-na.
Alright. None of that now. None of that.
Ba-da-da.
Oh, good.
And you're all muted now. Excellent. All right. So, Patrick, if you got roll 20 up, I'm sure you see the map. Everybody, make sure I've got your token on there. Make sure I didn't leave anybody off.
Ah.
I think I got everybody. All right. So, as you approach this
Oh, there we are.
landing zone,
I just got to remember the trucks. More truck.
As a point of order, yeah. So before we land, like midair, Uri literally he just in his mech just opens the door. Various thrusters on the mech ignite, and he's just out.
okay.
Basically, right now he is flying about 12 spaces above the ground.
Okay.
So
All right. This is where you're starting.
because my new
Your eye
core
is just
bonus-
up in the air.
my new core bonus, I can just fly now.
And basically, your deployment zone is anything along this edge here. You don't have to be in the exact order I put you in or anything.
Yeah. Purish.
I, in normal fashion, will be standing on top of the dog.
And I can still hold a 1.5 more size of mech.
I'm assuming we would have talked about this on the flight in, but do we want to get Tiana in a rush to get the person secured while we're keeping the other Lancers busy?
Well, we still have to find the guy first, right?
That is true.
Fair enough.
However, as you come into view, you do pick up that the ship back here is starting to power up. You see a lot of mechanics scrambling around it.
Which ship? Oh, the one back here? This one?
Yes.
That one right there, yeah.
Oh, fun.
It is little.
Top,
The slightly shaded area on top of it is literally a sheet they have above it. Would make it harder to see in silent images. So it's like a mild camouflage.
it's got tinfoil. It's got its own tinfoil plating.
Got a ghillie suit for the plane.
You do not see any like infantry troops here. I mean, presumably there's a few guards or something. You do see a lot of random personnel running around, trying to get places as you're approaching.
So this is just Lancers.
Yes, as far as combatants go, yes.
Okay. Kortop will have his.
At least as long as y'all are in y'all's Lancer.
Sure.
Lancer. In your mix.
Is there any way we can tell how long it's going to take for them to take off from where we're at?
I mean, that's going to be one of the parameters of the mission, right? So
Yes.
the GM will have to tell us.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as parameters go, this is basically an extraction.
Yep.
And with a slight modification. Usually an extraction is get in, get object, person, target, whatever it is, and get back out.
Mm-hmm.
No turn limit, no time limits, nothing like that. It's just can you get it and get it back out. The additional wrinkle here is you have 4 rounds until that ship launches.
Ooh. Okay.
So you have to get in quick, find some way to stop the ship from launching, extract the target, and then get back out.
If we disable the ship, does that extend the amount of turns we get?
Does that count as just extracting them?
If you have done something to stop the ship from taking off, then the time limit is basically not a factor anymore.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, get me close, because with my anti-material rifle, I'm gonna try to basically pop the engine.
Okay.
Don't blow up the entire ship, though.
That's thankfully the engines.
That will depend on how much
Are-
damage he does.
How far is
And,
your AMR?
That is a range of 20.
20.
How tall are the cliffs?
The cliffs there would be considered 4 high,
Okay.
and I believe it's half movement essentially while you're climbing.
If you're flying, it don't matter.
Yeah, if you're flying, it don't matter. If you use this pathway here or the stairs on the back, they're specifically Lancer sized.
Very considerate of them.
I kind of want to set up, but at the same time, if someone can get there this turn, that might be effective.
The only one who can is the man with the jet boots.
Also, all these little walls are considered hard cover.
How tall are the walls?
They are 1 high.
So they're not hardcover for.
No, I guess they don't want to be soft cover for Vika.
Well, I was more saying for a rabbit.
I'm size 3. I
Yeah.
tower over them.
Look down. Hello, puny human.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch. How tall are the rock walls?
4.
4.
Okay, like the last. Okay.
And the little buildings here are also essentially 1 high.
Vika to the flying brother.
Any hex,
How fast?
any hands covered with covered with plants would give you soft cover, and the stacked up garbage and debris and whatnot down here would also be cover.
Hell yeah.
Hey, big brother.
Hey, little sister.
How fast do you think you can get to that plane?
How fast do you need me there?
It's getting ready to take
taking
off.
Yeah, we need you at the speedy yes.
Through the window it is.
The speed of yes.
Rabbit just says, "Just don't crush your head on the way."
Okay.
And then your other NFHP goes, or he could.
Okay, no.
Oh, hey. Coca's like, hey, we're on a mission. The mission's
All
what matters.
professionals.
Lock in.
Rabbit just gives the look to Cocaine.
Hey, look, I'm going to try to be friendly. I've even come up with a nickname for him.
Oh,
Research shows that helps with bonding. We'll call him
What's the
Meatbag
nickname?
from now on.
there's a small chuckle, but then she's like, "That's so mean."
So start of the battle, just outright,
Yep.
because I can do this. I am in Lord stance with the sword.
Can you take a stance while in the air?
Yes,
Okay, just
I
checking.
can. I can. Where is it?
Bad
Yeah.
for your.
Well, no,
Bad for your
you
left bicep.
you can start. You can start the battle in a stance, just outright. But yeah, I can. I cannot make any ranged or tech attacks, but any ranged attack against me that misses deflects off the sword, dealing 2 damage, same type as the attack, to a character of my choice within range 3 and line of sight. And any melee attack that misses me forces the attacker to make a hull save or be knocked prone.
Okay. All right. So first up, I'm assuming y'all want Uriah to kick it off.
I mean, do you all want me to go at the speed of yes?
Yes.
Because we need that. We need that plane disabled to prevent it from getting away.
Okay. So.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Savika, fastball special.
No, she's summoning a drone, probably pre-battle.
So 30. I will quick action boost for another 30. And because I boosted, I move another 3 spaces.
Okay. That's right, because you can
Because
do that basically every time you hit a new surface.
No.
He's in
That
the air right
system.
now.
Well, I'm in the air for one thing, but that system is actually out of the mech.
Oh, okay.
This is the tier 2 ace pilot talent. Whenever I boost, I roll a d6, and I can roll a d6, and I can add that, but I take half that as heat
Okay.
if I do. So roll a 3, so get 1 heat. I go another 3, so 2, 3. Heat.
How many heat do you have?
I'm at 1 right now. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right.
Well, actually, I have another quick action, don't I?
Yeah. Do you have a ranged weapon?
Can't use it. I'm in Lord stance.
Ah, gotcha.
Can't do any ranged or tech anything. No, yeah, that'll be it.
All right.
And because I flew, I get 2nd heat.
All right. Now where is? Just reading the ability earlier. All right. What do we got here? That's the operator. That's all right. So you're going to be too far away from him. Yep. All right. As much fun as that would have been. All right. First up will be Bombard number 1.
Bombard.
Yeah, which is the red tokened one, or red pip one. He is going to fire his cluster munitions right about here.
What's his range?
Which I believe is that grid space there?
That is indeed grid space.
All right.
Technically in hardcover, if that applies. At least anyone adjacent to White Witch.
It is arcing. It has a blast of 2 and does an additional +2 damage for all targets. To all targets for each target beyond the first.
And about to ask, what was the range on that?
25.
Okay.
And it was like 23 out to grid space.
Yeah. It was just a long range, that's why I had to ask.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so grid space. Got cover.
FYI, I'm still tempted to change my mech's name to What the Dog Doing, but you know.
Let's see. Have all the drone wielders already dispensed their drones? I know Vika had specifically mentioned it.
I dispensed
You
the
should-
one that's right in front of him.
Okay.
Also, you should switch it to the magical battle bus.
Miss Frizzle.
It's that one.
Frizz.
Another trip with the Frizz.
Oh no.
Okay, he is not linked.
I was
that
hoping-
one. He is
This
linked to
was
the
the
other.
oddball for me is that I grew up reading the books, but I was just old enough to not have watched the series.
Alright, grid space. What is your evade?
10.
Pardon?
10.
Okay.
Uh,
That is a 19 on the dice. -4, so that's still a 15.
Yep.
Oh, 16, 17. He's got an attack bonus.
Sure.
Alright, so let's see how many targets is in that. It's a burst of 2.
Everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah, literally everybody.
Except Eric. So that's +2 damage for grid space, or to grid space of the main target.
You
So
all sent out the attack dog, so
+2 for Vika,
We're good.
+2 for Whip, +2 for the dog. Another +2 for that first
Oh,
drone.
changing my
Another
mech's name
+2
now.
for the other drone. That's a total of +7 damage.
What type of damage is it?
Explosive, I believe. Yes, explosive. And it does a base of 5. So it's going to be a total of 12 damage. Oh, and what was everybody else's evade?
8 for mine.
Mine.
Or do I roll
is-
multiple attacks? Hang on. Let me look.
Yes.
There it is.
Okay, so grid space for sure got hit for 12 total damage, explosive.
Huh?
Now I'll roll for Vika.
Mine is a 12.
Oh, I probably need to roll the d20, not the d6.
No, you can roll the d6. It's fine.
I rolled higher on the d6. I got a 3 on the d20 and when I rolled by mistake, I got a 4. So Vika does not get hit. Vika's drone.
Evasion of 10.
But it would also be considered to have cover from you. Well, and the bushes. So that's -4. Rolled a 10, got take 4 off that. +2, so really just -2. Still gets it under the 10, so your drone does not take any damage. Grid space drone.
Shares my evasion, so it is a 10.
14 -3 is an 11, so it takes 12 damage.
Let's see. Okay.
Then I'm rolling for whip. That is a 19, 20, 21.
All right. As a reaction, I'm going to activate my blink field
All right. And what does that do?
intervention. I take 2 heat, and I gain resistance to all damage from this attack.
Okay. All right. So it was going to do 12 damage. It rolled over a 20. Or no, it rolled a 19, 20, 21 with the attack. So that makes it a crit. So critical damage would be 24, but you've got resistance, which cuts it in half. Oh, so you're taking 12. And then,
Wait, my drone has resistance. It was 12 damage, right?
right, so you can knock that down to 16. And Tiana.
I have the lowest evasion, I think.
What you got?
Oh, you are the largest.
Well, I mean, I just got a general 8.
Mm.
That is 14. They don't have to be adjacent to you, do they? Adjacent to Vika, do they? To get that hardcover thing?
It is within
burst
2.
from, so within 2 of her. So I do still have hardcover.
Okay. In that case, I'll do that. So it's a 10 to hit instead of yeah.
Still hits. It's an 8. So
All right, so that's 12 points of damage.
12.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It does 5 base, and then the cluster munitions do more damage depending on how many targets are around
Yeah.
it. So it was quite a few targets around it.
They're opening it up with a bang.
Yeah, there. And that's it for the bombard. Bombard.
Bob.
So which one of y'all wants to go next?
And I can go up there and start making some friends. Try and keep them distracted.
And we
Please
know
and thank
there's. We're going to spread out because we know he said there's 2 bombards, so he's going to try to do that crap twice.
No, he wouldn't do that.
He would. I've known Jason a lot longer than you have.
Oh no, we've played with him. We're not. All right. Double move. My drone, however, is just gonna stay. It's actually gonna scooch into her space where she was.
Okay.
So she's moving up here. The drone. It's a half size. So could it share space with the other drone?
Yes. Half spaces can share.
I'm not gonna drop it directly on top in case we need to move stuff, but it would be kind of over the other drone. You just see a kind of, it's the same, looks like almost the same material as her ferrofluid, like cowl, and it's a burst 2 from the drone of soft cover.
Is it? While
Yeah.
I'm in this mech, is it giving like energy?
It gives off vibes.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else Vika can do?
Boost, moved. Let me just double check. One more quick action. I can self-destruct now.
Oh, you could. It's an option.
Just double checking. Pinning spire, how close they gotta be. No one's close enough. So she is just going to brace for now.
Okay. In that case, the other bombard goes. Let's see. We'll be targeting Tiana's mech.
It does have soft cover.
Yes, it does. Let's see, there's not as many targets now, so that drops the damage it'll be doing to 10, as it is also using cluster munitions. Everybody's got light cover. Starting off with Tiana. Ooh! 10, 11, 12, with -5 for the difficulty dice.
What's a dog doing? Suffering.
Uh,
Mhm.
so that is a 7 to hit Tiana.
Does not hit.
Alright,
Does
then
it still
whip.
do damage?
No.
Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know if it was reliable or not.
No.
God, no. That would be disgusting.
That would be horrible.
That would be very horrible.
Alright. Then, so whip's next. It is a 15, 16, 17, -5, so a 12.
If you were targeting, oh, you're targeting back here. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a Tiana was the main
Yeah,
target, but
and
it's a burst.
Yeah, no. I thought you were targeting Savika's mech earlier. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
They're going for the target-rich environment.
Yep.
All right, that hits.
Alright, that is 10 damage. It is explosive. Then Grid Space Leviathan. That is a 2, 3, 4, -4. So I'm going to say that's probably not a hit. Then it is Vika's drone. It's 11 -3, so that's a 9.
It has a 10 of age. It's good.
And Grid Space drone.
As a Nevada 5.
3 on the dice.
Oh,
but
no, it
also
has
3
my
on the
evade,
other
never mind.
dice. So we got a total of a 2 to hit your drone.
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was far less effective than the original, or than the first bombard.
All right, my mech is impaired until the end of my next turn.
Oh, did I structure you?
Yes.
Sweet.
Jason's already having so much fun.
Think about these things as you're saying them.
Alright, so who's going on y'all side then?
I think unless the battle bus wants to move, I should start getting in here and start trying to control the battlefield.
Go ahead.
All right.
We'll try and clear a
Just-
path for you.
Yep. I think that's exactly what Cortaf says. He's like, clearing a path. Keep me alive. And he and his mech will go 6. Or mech, his drone.
The drone's basically sticking with you.
5, 6, and then he will, what they call it, boost.
Mhm.
1, 2,
Just got the rain here for the storm.
5.
I ain't got
6.
nothing here.
I
Just
think I
wind.
got it there. Oh, okay. Not on a grid. Got it. Anyway, and then he will. Let's see. Sensors is 10. So right in there ish. He will quick action send out an assassin drone, which is much less cooler than it sounds, but it's still pretty cool. And then that assassin drone, I'll dat it out here in a sec.
Okay.
Can get a burst of, it'll be over here actually, sorry. It will get like a burst 2 area that I'm going to choose again within sensors, which is going to be right there. And anything within 2 of that, the assassin drone can fire at.
Okay.
So anything that starts its turn there, anything that moves in that like little area, it gets to fire at that. Thank you. And I think it's not gonna show up like mechanically, but Kortav is very much so cowering behind the hardcover. one of
That's fine.
the shoulder bits are starting to catch. He is at 1 until he gets structured.
Oh, he does not have
And
much
we've
structure, does he?
No.
And we've also learned if Jason puts us all in a cluster when he sets up, we move our stuff earlier.
I specifically told you you were not
He
restricted
did.
to what I
Yeah,
told
yeah.
And
He
notice
says the
I s-
person who is immediately on Tiana's back.
So you notice I said I was 12 spaces high
Yeah.
over the battlefield.
That's okay.
All right, so if that's it for grid space,
That's it for grid space.
We need a good challenging fight. It'll be fun.
yeah, I've had a hard time challenging. And then I realized, you know what? Some of these other NPC types I haven't been using do some funky stuff. I should play with that. All right, next up is the Rainmaker.
That just doesn't sound fun.
Did we go up against one of them in the mission before last?
Yeah, y'all run into Rainmakers before, yeah.
Okay. It had the shield.
No, I don't think so. I think there was another one.
I think there was one called an
Okay.
Aegis that had some kind of shield.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's also
Same
an Aegis on the
mission.
field.
That
but
same token right there.
Yeah, this guy
that's
right
the
here.
one.
That Tachikoma looking face over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so missile pods.
Hate that.
Oh. Oh well, I didn't have anybody that could spend their action to lock onto you anyway. It does fun stuff when you're locked on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Unfortunately, the missile pods are not area effect like the bombards. But they're long range, so they can reach out and touch someone. And they are specifically going after Tiana. Biggest mech out there. Biggest mech on the board, period.
Can be a detriment.
All right. Now, the drone that's sitting there
Soft
is
cover.
giving him soft cover. And it's an 8 to hit Tiana.
Yep.
That's a total of a 2. Luckily, the weapon is reliable, so you take 2 points damage.
I take 1 and I structure.
Oh, Jesus.
System trauma.
Oh, did you already have the chart up?
Yeah, system trauma. Roll 1d6 on a 1 to 3. Your choice of weapon mount is destroyed. A system of your choice is destroyed on a 4 or 6. Well, that's already fun because I rolled a 2 on the die.
So what has to be destroyed?
Oh wait, excuse me, hold on. No, sorry, it's a Comcom was weird, so I rolled a 2 on the die, so I have to roll another die to do the 1 through 6. I rolled a 6 on CompCon, which means I have to choose a system that gets destroyed.
What system?
We
If
can
you
always
pick the
carry up the guy.
If you pick the manipulators, me as a size 1/2, I can just shove him into your mech.
It's either the manipulators or the cable winch, so I'm gonna go with the manipulators.
All right, so the little arms get blown off.
Yep.
Or at least damaged badly enough they cannot be used.
It's just one finger.
You just hear Ty
One
cussing
very
over
specific
the radio
finger.
as she's like going in to just try and make sure everything's okay. Anything else on that one, Jason?
No, it is done. So it was one of y'all.
Okay. I will move. If that's okay with you, Freddy.
That's fine by me.
6. So I will get up to here, I think it was, just in case.
All right.
Yes. Okay. So I'll get up to there. I will use my latch drone on grid space. 14 to hit grid space, which hits
Yeah.
because I have to roll
established
against
that.
an 8. You can use one of my repairs and you heal for half of your hit points, maximum hit
Neat.
points.
Cool.
Now,
That's
does
something I do
Cortez have
now,
to
or is
use
that
that
something
right
like-
Yeah,
now?
you
or
do
is
that
it-
immediately. Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I hit you, you immediately heal for 8 hit points using one of my repairs or yours. But I'm choosing to use one of mine.
I will heal that then. Jesus.
Hi, welcome to Ty, who's very much a support.
Anything else? Or no, you moved, but you didn't boost.
I moved, but I haven't done anything else. And apparently, if I skirmish with my Flatstrom, I can do another skirmish. So yeah, that is all for me.
Okay.
But that does tick up. Give me actually wait. Quick tech scan. Is there a range on scan? I don't remember.
Sensors.
Usually Scan sensors.
What is my sensors? I think it's a 8. Yeah. No. Okay. Yep. That's it.
All right. So
I
this
was gonna
fella
say
in the
it's-
bushes
it's-
here is going to take a shot at Uriah.
What is the range of its weapon?
Better yet, where is Uriah? Are you up in the air or down?
He's in the air.
He was talking about being 12 high, so
Yeah.
so Uriah's right there. He's right there.
So it's whatever the
God,
equivalent
Pythagoras,
distance would
screw
be.
you.
Yeah.
Gonna need a diagram and a calculator. and
So anyway,
not
it's
neither of
shooting.
those.
He shoot the that one is shooting his Raptor plasma rifle,
Uh-huh.
which has a range of 20.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, that'd probably be within range.
All right, so it's got a +2 attack bonus and +2
It's
accuracy.
probably going to try to do burn on you, so be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly, it's just energy damage.
So I think it's the Sherman mix that they have that odd rifle that causes burn. So
Yeah. The soul pattern and all that.
So what is your evade, Uriah?
12.
All right.
Or you get in a Genghis and then commit war crimes.
17, 18,
Well,
19,
that was for
20,
most Harrison
21,
Armory
22.
stuff. So
So it is a 22 to hit you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I get to tick up my intel die. Yay.
Now they normally do 7 damage, but that rolled over a 20.
Uh-huh.
So 14 energy damage.
I see your 14 and I say it is instead of 7.
You're resistant to energy damage?
I use my reaction to say Jaeger dodge and I move another 3 spaces closer.
Sounds
he's
fair.
flying, so he cares not for your terrain.
Yep.
That is the advantage of flying. The disadvantage of being you don't get any cover.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta take the good with bad.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was him. The word scuffling jumped in my head, but that's not what it's called.
All right, I believe it's just me now.
Hang on. I'm making sure he doesn't have any
Additional fun things.
Yep. Well, he doesn't have to have anything specially put a lock on. Uriah.
What's his sensor range?
His sensor range is 10.
Can't reach me with the lock on then.
Well, you're 12 high over the desert here, compared to him, who's 4 high.
Oh, so he's also flying. Never mind then.
No,
No,
he's on this cliff. The cliff is 4 high. You were 12 high over the baseline ground. So over the cliff, you'd only be considered, 8 high?
Okay. I thought it was inverted.
No. This
Okay.
this landing thing is built on top of a little plateau.
Okay.
Little step.
Okay.
Okay, because from the way we're looking at it, it looks like it's actually in a recess. That's why.
No, the shadows are
no,
projecting from there.
Yeah,
I mean, I see that now,
I read it correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fusion.
Yeah, it happens.
Y'all were out drinking the night before.
Yeah.
All right. Now, does it take a roll to lock on, or is
Nope,
that
he just
just
does.
it just takes the action? Okay.
He just does.
All right. Now he's done. So, and I think Whip was
Here.
yeah, but he was also was it impaired or something?
Impaired. I'm at a difficulty for pretty much most of the things I do this turn.
Okay, but it doesn't stop you from doing anything.
Correct.
All right, then you are free to act.
All right. I'm going to activate my. Okay, quick. My support shield.
Okay.
I need to actually state that I have this active when I come into field. That's everyone has a +1 to difficulty to hit anyone inside of it.
Right. And you're immobilized, but you're mobilized on top of cars. So.
Yeah. And now
Who needs to move when you have a battle bus?
I'm going to attack the closest bombard.
That
That's
is
this guy.
that is not the bombard. The bombards are back here.
This guy.
Yeah.
Red and blue.
So yeah, I can hit him.
All right. He's got heavy cover.
This is arcing.
Okay.
And
Let's see. Red is bombard number 1. He has an evade of 7.
even with the difficulty, I rolled a 22. Well, I'll add it together.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hit. And because one of my core bonuses, that's an owie for him, with the Shatter Colony Missile Launcher, I can have access to improved ammunition as a result of GMS. So, once a round, which is for a particular weapon, I add a d6 to its damage.
Okay. So you're
So
choosing to do that now?
Yes. And that is a... So that is a total of 10 damage on it.
All right. Now, you know, with a crit, you roll twice and take the highest. Did you roll twice?
Oh, yeah. That was... Ooh, that's... I rolled
does
high for... It did not fact... It already factored that in because
Okay,
I rolled a... But for my d6, I had to use a dice roller for it. So I rolled a 5 again on that damage. So, yeah.
Okay. So it is indeed 10.
Yeah.
The bombards do not have armor. That's not good for them.
They can't have everything now.
But Dad, I want everything.
Oh, they do have siege armor, though. The bombard has resistance to all damage from attacks that originate beyond range 3. So they take half of that.
Time to just get
They
it in
don't
there.
have armor. That's armor.
Yeah.
Which one is it, Jason?
They do not have the armor stat. the thing called armor is actually just resistance. So it's weird. That tore him up pretty good, though. He is definitely not happy with you. And that was the last of y'all, I think. And I believe I have...
What is that side of?
Let's see, both bombards have gone. The Rainmaker has gone. The Operator
I
has
don't think-
gone.
Has this guy gone?
Which one where? No, I do not think he has.
And Aegis?
Yeah, the Aegis has not for sure.
Gotta remember that.
Alright, his sensor range is 10.
Just see two opposing lines.
Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so yeah, this guy will go. Yeah, make sure I got the right one. Alright. So he moves 5. Boosts for another 5. Uses a quick tech for his other quick action. The priest makes a tech attack against a target within sensors. On a success, the target takes 2 heat each turn they make any attack until the end of their next turn. So what is your E defense, Uriah?
E defense is a 6.
Alright.
So what I just get slapped with?
Every
It's
time
called
you attack,
Abjure.
you take it. Every time you attack, you take an additional 2 heat.
To the end of his next turn.
Alright, and what do I roll to see? Do I roll engineering to make tech attacks?
There's literally a stat called Tech Attack. It should be T Attack.
You roll a 1d20 plus whatever the tech attack is.
Okay. It's weird, that stat does not appear on there. Though it does say +2 attack bonus on the actual ability, so that may be why I'm wrong. So 20 on the dice, +2, that's a 22.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this isn't something that does damage, so there's no like doubling or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you now take 2 heat anytime you make an attack.
Okay.
Until the end of your next turn.
Mhm.
That's all for him.
Does that count as a condition, or is that just part of the ability?
It doesn't say anything about a condition. It just says this happens.
Double checking for a restock drone.
How long does that last on him? Just until the end of this turn?
To the end of his next turn.
Gotcha. Okay, so then yeah, it wouldn't be a status. It's just something that happens.
Yeah, it's a status of it's a weapon effect, not a.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
More thinking
now
in like a GM like balancing perspective, not necessarily like.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to double check because restock drone specifically states condition. I didn't know if it counted as one.
Yep.
All right, so he is going to advance at his maximum speed of 3.
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
So this one moved. Is that right? Ah,
Yeah. That's the one.
not quite in burst 2.
However, it's within burst for Saviko range.
Nope, I apologize. He's got a shield up over his buddies, that leaves him immobilized, so he will not be moving.
Gotcha.
It's the Saladin effect.
Alright, so he can't reach Vika with his light laser, but there is a drone there.
Shame.
Sure.
So, attacking the drone. What is the drone's evasion?
I
Or
forgot to
evade.
put that in. That's on me. Evasion for that one is going to be 10.
All right.
That one does not share my stats.
16, 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
It takes 2 energy damage and 2 burn damage.
Is that just more damage on this one because it doesn't have a burn thing?
Well, burn means it's going to hurt you. Continue to hurt it until it makes checks to stop it from hurting it.
Or somebody stops it.
But it takes a total of 5 points of damage right now.
Yeah. Okay. Is that 5 damage? I thought that was
3 energy
burn.
and 2 burn.
3 energy. Okay. Got it.
Oh, and the burn part would ignore armor, though. I don't figure your drones have armor.
This one does not know.
And then at the end of your turn, you got to make an engineering check. On a success, you clear all the burn currently marked. Otherwise, the burn keeps hurting you.
Yep.
And you can stack up multiple burns.
Can or cannot?
You can.
Okay.
All right, that's it for him. So we're on to the next round.
I'm about tired of these guys. Hang on a second. May I go?
You may, but you hear Ty basically say to your
Well,
so
now here's
manipulators are gone.
now
Yes.
here's the thing.
Mhm.
It is 9:30 on the dot.
Ah.
So we will pick up with this at the beginning of the round next session.
Everyone remember to mark your HPs and stuff, just in case CompCon.
Yeah.
Luckily, you hadn't damaged too many of my guys, so I don't have to make a lot of them.
Well, I'm getting there. There's a nice Vika-shaped hole right about up in here.
Well, I hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed it. Both the beginning of the fight and the whole bar scene. That was kind of fun.
That was fun.
Hope anybody that came by enjoyed it. If Jeremy's friend is still in the chat, hope they were satisfied with how mean I was to them. I mean, it wasn't just them, but yeah, I made sure the mean hit Cortev.
It sure the hell did.
And I hope you'll join us next week when we pick this up. Oh, more cluster bombs.
Not if I get my way.
Where was I? Oh, yes. So, come back next week. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me has been Jeremy playing Cortev, Patrick playing Freddy, Sarah playing Vika. Almost said it in the wrong order. Cara playing Tiana, and Eric playing Uriah. And we will see y'all next week.
See ya.